Now, to delete a user, we send the delete request to the endpoint that represents an individual user. So here in the ID folder, let's open this route file. So far, we have exported two handlers, one for updating a user, the other for getting a user. Now let's export a handler for deleting a user. So this handles delete requests. Now, in this function, we need both these parameters that we have in the put function. We need to have the request and the route parameters. So to save time, I'm going to copy these two parameters and paste them here. Now, in a real application, first we have to fetch the user from database. If the user is not found, we return a 404 error. Otherwise, we delete the user from database and return a 200 response. So to simulate the scenario, let's say if params.id is greater than 10, we return a next response. Here we add an error and say user not found and set the status to 404. Otherwise, we delete the user from database and return. Here we can return either an empty response like this, or we can include the user that was deleted in the body of the response. There is no right or wrong here. Different applications have different requirements. So I'm going to return an empty object here. Now, let's test it real quick. So back in Postman, let's send a delete request to this endpoint. We don't have a user by this ID, so we should get a 404 error, beautiful. But if we try to delete the user with the ID of 1, we get a 200 response and the body of the response is empty.